going to do, you're going to come here to the teacher edition. You're going to click on the teacher edition. And up here in this section, you're going to see manage and assign. You're going to click on manage and assign. Okay. As you can see, I already assigned 3 lessons, basically, or 3 assignments, chapter 1, chapter 18, lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3. But the way you do so is you are going to click here on make an assignment. You're going to title it. I title this chapter 18, lesson 1. Okay. So once you do that, just give your students directions, read and complete questions and activities. And that's basically all that I put there. Due date, I made the 27th, so that gives them the rest of this weekend up to the end of next week to get it done. But I also made the expiration date to April 3rd, which is when we're supposedly done with the closure, but not sure yet. So I just put the 3rd just in case. So it'll still be available to them. It just go make it look like it's late, but of course we don't have to worry about counting as late. Here you'll see your students for each class. So you have your list of classes here, and it's a lot of them. So you really have to just go through and see which ones are for this year, and you will have a mix of students from last year and this year. What I had to go through and do was delete students, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I had to go through and delete students. So once I make my assignment, all I have to do is select my students, and I'm going to click assign. And then once you click assign, you will see that here. Now, the way you remove students is before you make an assignment, once you click on manage and assign, before you make an assignment, you're going to see student names here. This was for my first period, but what I noticed, and you can see right here, 307P1, what I noticed was that I still had students in there from last school year, first period. So I had to go through and delete them, and I would click remove from class, and then they give me the option, click OK to remove, and then I'll click OK for those students. These are all my students from this school year, and so I didn't have to delete anymore since then. So this is how you go in and make an assignment. All right. Oh, I forgot to show you how to add the chapters. So here you can go to Student Edition to add textbook chapters. That's for the Student Edition. Or My Files, or you can also search. So for instance, this one is Frontier. So you can click search and then click on the Frontier. Okay. And then whatever assignments you see here, you can also use there. For this week, just to kind of get them started on using the online text resource, I just did something simple, which was give them the section and the chapter and tell them to read and answer those questions and activities. And then also gave them a test. I did not go that deep into detail with anything else just yet, but just to, like I said, just to get them used to using the resource at hand. So then also to make an assessment, because I did give them a test just to kind of make sure that they understand what's going on. You go here to assess, which is right next to manage and assign, and you're going to click on McGraw-Hill e-assessment. You're going to click on tools, open this resource. And once you open the resource, you'll be able to go create an assessment. To create an assessment, I did create a new test. Okay. And then I'm going to give my test title. And it's chapter 18, but since I already created one, I'm just going to do chapter 19. Okay. And I am going to build a test with questions randomly selected by question type from existing question sets and or text. So I'm going to go here to chapter 19, and then I'm going to click on all tests. Okay. And I want Texas history, and it's going to bring up what I need. For this particular one, chapter 19, cattle and cotton. Let me go back. Cattle and cotton, and I'm going to click on this. All right, and then you have different forms. You can do a quiz if they have questions available. I'm going to do cattle and cotton form B. And I'm trying to click on it, and it's not letting me. Oh, there you go. All right, click on the box. Obviously, I had to click on the box. And then I'm going to hit next. And because I have students who speak both English and Spanish, and I have students who are not that well in English, I am going to provide them with a Spanish version. But I'm going to hit next, and it's not going to have both versions at the same time. Then I get to choose how many questions I want. So let's say I make it 15 questions. This tells me how many questions are available here. So I'm going to choose all 7 of the multiple choice. I'm going to choose all 5 of the modified and true false. And for matching, I'm going to choose 3. And that way it'll kind of give me an opportunity to see where they are. Okay. And I have a total here of 15. So then I'm going to click next, and I'm going to click finish. When I click finish, here I will see all the test questions that was available. All right. Now that my test is generated, I want to assign this test to my students. So let me show you how this goes to assign the test. Okay. I'm going to go here. Matter of fact, let me go to options. Okay, let me go back out. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to click on tools. Open this resource again. That way I can show you how to get to it. Section, classes and assignments. I'm going to click here. And what I'm going to do is drag my test or my question, not my test, my class over. And when I do that, I'm going to click new assignment. I'm going to put the test name, chapter 19 test. Okay. I'm going to hit select test, and I'm going to select my test because that's where I put it. And I'm going to select chapter 19 and hit OK. Once I do so, I want this in English. Even though I have one student that's Spanish, I'm going to remove him from the English version and put him in the Spanish. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find that student, move him out. I'm going to click next. I left this, I didn't make a limit availability of specific date and time because I don't know how this is going to go just yet. So I just made it where they can only do it once. And then use scrambling, hit next, and then I'll hit next. And then once I'm done, I'll hit finish. And then the test will be here available for me. Okay. And kids will be able to access that when they look at their assignment. And if you got any questions from that point, just let me know again. You should be able to see everything once you do so.